Finally, the new line of action figures by Jakks Pacific based on characters from classic Sega games is out in Canada. I really like the packaging. It mimics the look of the old Master System games. It looks very clean and appealing overall. The front of the card shows the character of Axel as seen in the cover art of the Street of Rage 2 video game. And that's another thing that I like about this figure, it's based on the second Streets of Rage game, which is my favorite in the saga. I also like the inclusion of this screenshot in the back, which shows not only the character, but also shows the accessory that this action figure comes with, the fire effect. As usual, I opened the package using my trusty Swiss Army knife, and that way I can keep the card for my collection with minimal damage. One unfortunate thing is that one of the ties that keeps the figure secured in the package scratched off some of the paint from his left glove. And here's a figure outside of the packaging. This is Axel from Streets of Rage 2 through and through. All the details are here. The white t-shirt, the jeans, the white sneakers with the red stripes, gloves, blue bandana. Although the one thing that is a bit odd to me is the face. There's something about it, like the eyes are maybe spread too far apart from each other. It doesn't remind me of any particular illustration of the character from the game. Actually, it reminds me more of the character of Cobra from the anime Space Adventure Cobra. Looking at the photo of the prototype in the back of the package, the face looks sharper. It really feels like something was lost in translation from the prototype to the final figure. The figure comes with one accessory, which is the fire effect that can be attached to either of his fists. It is somewhat translucent, although it seems that it was originally intended to be even more translucent. Looking at the articulation, the head can rotate 360, which means yes, it can move side to side, but there is almost no tilt or up and down movement. The figure also has butterfly joints. There's a hinge and swivel at the shoulder, a swivel at the bicep, double jointed elbows. The wrists rotate and can move in and out. There's a diaphragm joint that allows the figure to rotate side to side and back quite a bit, but not so much forward. There's some limited tilt as well, nothing at the waist. At the hips, the figure can kick forward this amount and back this amount. He can do the splits. There's a cut at the thigh, double jointed knees, and the feet can hinge up and down as well as rock side to side. With this amount of articulation, the figure can replicate some of Axel's stances in the game, with varying degrees of success. Here are some comparisons. The figure is 5 inches tall, which means it is not compatible with figures from other lines such as Jada Toys' Street Fighter line, but it is compatible with stuff like the Loyal Subjects' Best Action line. Here is a comparison with classic Toy Biz and Kenner action figures that are also in the 5-inch scale. And here's a comparison with other Jakks Pacific action figures. Mario, Luigi, the original Link from the World of Nintendo line, as well as a 2.5 inches Sonic the Hedgehog. Being a 5-inch scale figure, it means that it's somewhat compatible with vintage Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures, which means that he could use some of those vehicles and playsets. Here he is riding the Cheapskate. I am very glad to see that the figure has peg holes on the bottom of his feet. The peg holes are the same size as those from lines like the Marvel Universe from Hasbro, as well as modern 4-inch G.I. Joes. So if you have display stands for those figures, you can use those with Axel as well. Jakks recently announced that they have plans to make Roo, the kangaroo from Streets of Rage 3, which gives me hope that the line will continue. Fingers crossed that we will get to see the rest of the playable characters from Streets of Rage 2. In conclusion, weird face aside, this is a great figure from a video game that has had, I believe, 0 action figure representation ever. So this is very exciting. I know some people have some issues with the scale. For me, as long as the other characters in the same line scale well with each other, I'm good. Anyways, let me know what you think. If you grabbed the figure or have plans to do so. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.